Hello, fellow humans. Chris here again. So, a couple more updates. You may have noticed that a few of the last videos I did are no longer available, and there's a reason for that. If you haven't seen the videos and you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. But so for what I've been doing for the people that have been following, it came up. Not for me personally, by the way, but just in general, they kind of crack down on social media rules regarding what we're doing. And so I have gone back and retroactively removed videos that got into what I was doing, including what organization I'm a part of. So again, consider yourself privileged if you're part of the few people that actually have watched the last couple videos and know what's going on. I probably, when this mission is over, will put the videos back up because at that time it should be fine. But right now, given the situation that I'm in, I have to go back to somewhat coy Chris, somewhat mysterious, enigmatic Chris, and not giving too much detail of what I'm doing. Having said that, I did have an interaction today that I thought was worth mentioning, kind of just more in the abstract. You can see that I don't have my normal digital green screen background, but I've got a real background. I mean, sunset back there, all real. So, anyway, in this very enigmatic, mysterious mission that I'm on, there is a plethora of different agencies working together. And Feral Human, you may remember you left a comment regarding that, and I mentioned that it might be a good topic for a video. So, in this very mysterious organizational setup I've got going here, an incident happened, a certain interaction between a couple different parties. There is a system in the job that we're at that delivers people through different stations. So people come in either by foot or in cars. So for the people coming in through vehicles, they go through a certain process, check in and everything, and then they get into a carport where they do their business. And that sounded weird. Where they get their vaccines. I mean, I can say that much. I'm working in vaccines. There is a pedestrian walkway, but it goes from the sides. So a couple of people from my organization apparently went into the drive-in zone where cars are supposed to come out and there's not supposed to be any foot traffic. And according to the person who reported this, their party ordered my people to turn around and not go that way, and they just ignored this person, blew them off, and kept going. So this was reported to my side from the party that was apparently brushed off in this situation. So it went from whoever it happened to that person's supervisor. That person's supervisor reports it to my supervisor. My supervisor reports it to me, and then I report it to the relief for tomorrow. The person who's going to take my spot, I get an off day tomorrow, right? So I want to make sure that they're up to date on what's going on as well. So it goes through all these channels. Now that's the story that I get, and that's the story that I give to my counterpart. I talked to the guy about it on the phone, and he's like, I don't know anybody from our team that would do something like that. And I was like, yeah, it does seem kind of odd. Anyway, comes back around about 10 or 15 minutes later. One of our supervisors, who was actually there when it happened, he says that the security went in the wrong way, and this other person who happened to be with my organization and did not know the rules followed security into the wrong way. And the other organization, the member, yells at security not to go that way. My counterpart, who follows security, hears that, quickly turns back around and leaves. Now, again, that's the story that my supervisor tells me, which is the story that he got from the other supervisor who witnessed this event happen as a third party. So you can clearly see that there's two very different sides here, and I just thought that was pretty fascinating. And it's very possible that that either side isn't correct. I got the story from my supervisor, who got it from somebody else who was a third party witness. So I guess there's a lesson in there somewhere. Maybe something to do with not checking your sources, but also getting your information from as close to firsthand as possible. But if you can't get it from firsthand, then try to get it from a broad variety of credible sources. These are all professionals in this whole endeavor that I'm a part of here. And so it would be very understandable for these professionals to get the story right. However, you got a very, very different story from one side to the other. And as I say, there's always two sides of the story. There's your side and there's my side, and then there's the truth. So I don't know that I have any kind of crazy awe-inspiring lesson there, other than just as a friendly reminder, I guess, to all of us to make sure we get as much of the story as we can before we jump to any conclusions, and try to recognize that there are always subjective biases and experiences that one person might have that's going to shape the way they picture something in their mind. The fellow of mine who didn't know the rule may very well have quickly followed security, heard the commotion, and quickly turned around. That very well may have been interpreted by the other party as that person was with security and was in the process of just completely ignoring the rules. I don't know, but as I said before, in a video that I believe I've deleted actually, but perception is everything, but perception can certainly be skewed and subject to personal biases. So anyway, just a friendly reminder for all of us to try to see the best in situations, and believe that people have good intentions rather than bad, and maybe we can have a more peaceful world for all of us. Anyway, just something I was thinking about today. I'll catch y'all again really soon. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks a lot. Remember, don't be afraid to question the consensus.